Yeah, I'm sure they'll, for the last few years they've utilised their home advantage. Yeah, fair enough.
We'll go up the back here now and then.
That's a long time ago. And as you say, Bangladesh have always had a good record at home. So we have some very good players in our team. We're excited for the challenge. We've had a lot of guys over the last few years who are exposed to playing in subcontinent conditions. A number of guys have been here and played in the Bangladesh Premier League, and we'll have a bit of an idea as to what to expect. But that doesn't make it any easier. It's going to be a good challenge, and we look forward to it. It'll be a great challenge for us. Obviously, Bangladesh are very tough to beat in their home conditions. Having, as you mentioned, recently beat India here as well. So this is exactly the kind of challenge we need for with the World Cup not too far away. Test ourselves against probably conditions that we as a side will find the hardest. So it's going to be a great measure of where we are at as a team.
Hello, Josh here. Pretty similar to his question, right? And that is teams like Australia and New Zealand seem to struggle a bit in the slow and low track at their peak. So what kind of wicket you're expecting here?
Yeah, expecting a slow and low wicket. I think expect conditions that will be tough for us. So which is exactly what we want. That's the kind of challenge we want as a team. To test ourselves in tough conditions, which will be great preparation for us moving forward.
At one point, teams outside from the subcontinent used to struggle here, but nowadays very many players are playing in the BPL, BSL or IPL. Do you think that eradicated the element of surprise when teams like England, Australia or New Zealand comes to play in subcontinents?
I think an element of surprise is just being more accustomed to the conditions, spending more time in the subcontinent, being exposed to the conditions more often. Before the advent of franchise cricket, you'd only come here as an international team, and so yeah, absolutely. With more franchise cricket around the world, guys are more exposed to the conditions.
We'll go around here now.
Josh, you are playing very devastating and aggressive cricket nowadays. In Asia condition, it's very tough to play like that. So you are going to play the natural game like aggressive or according to the condition.
I will always try and be as aggressive as we can. I think the misconception is that we're aiming for 400 every time, but it's more about trying to push the boundaries of what's capable on the day. Not settling for par, trying to push that envelope higher. If the maximum on the wicket allows as 100, can we try and score 100 instead of 80? So we just try and assess the conditions and imprint our game as much as we can. But of course, you have to understand conditions, adapt. But we're always going to fall on the positive side as opposed to the more negative side. Yeah, I think so. I think even if we'd won that game in 2015, I think we would have fallen down not far after. I think looking back, we were quite a way behind the rest of the teams in the world at that stage, and it was very obvious post that World Cup that we had to change the way we played and try and be at the forefront of where the game was going as opposed to trying to catch up. So I think we got to that point regardless. But obviously losing that match was being knocked out of the World Cup at that stage was probably the absolutely is now looked back at as that real turning point for English cricket. But I'm sure we would have been found out not long after had we managed to get through that game.